Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Next Level Classic. I'm Bo McMichael with TigTal. Glad to have everybody with us here in a sunny, wonderful day in Spartanburg, Georgia, or South Carolina, depending on if you're on that border side. As my announcers looked at me trying to figure out where we were and how things are going. I'm just glad to be here. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, and a group of individuals here at Spartanburg that's going to bring you a great junior classic here for the Next Level event. Going to let everybody hear from the president of TigTal, and get a little idea about what this experience has been like. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. We're 30 minutes and counting. The next level. It's just much more than a game. It's a recruiting experience.
Yeah, yes, sir. First off, Bo, I'd like to start out by thanking some of our major sponsors that helped us pull this off. During this COVID time and man, everything falling apart, we had some great sponsors that helped put it together for the success for these young men. Of course, our Vision Sports Education, which is our founding company, always does a great job when TikTok exposure and the brands ask for their help. Um, Another one I want to mention, we had came through Bo, the actual NCAA came through and spoke to the parents and the kids about the academic side of the NCAA part. We have Mr. Willie's Barbecue here, Smokehouse Barbecue here, fed the boys, fed us, made sure we had some good dinner and food in us as well. And as we got the GSI brand, TikTok brand, Life Academy brand, ESP, of course, here in the building, and several others that helped us pull it up. We want to say thank you to a company called Coast to Coast Kids, which is a nonprofit here after school program. They gave us the tremendous buses for the whole weekend to transport the teams back and forth. They majored. We had sports medicine of Spartanburg. Had the trainers on site. Man, all these people, man, I gotta say thanks to first, Bo, for their tremendous help and contribution, and also the Upward Star Center. They kicked in also with their sponsor, Coca-Cola, to make sure we were hydrated and we had enough facilities to do what we need to do. And of course, we stay here at the Marriott downtown, which was tremendous. So before we get started, Bo, I just wanted to make sure I mention all the major sponsors that came in to help us pull this off. And then I want to thank the coaches. Okay, first of all, and my staff. I want to thank Coach D. Wise, which is Vice President of TikTok. He had a rough 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, we pulled it off there. We was able to fly Coach Herb Haygood in out of Michigan to be one of the head coaches. I know you already interviewed him. They had over 15 years of college, got 15 years of D1 college experience, and then the other coach, Coach Fisher, they brought all their buddies with them as well on the coaching staff. Man, Bo, this over here, this unbelievable that these guys, we done took these kids since Friday, and we gave them the speakers, and we taught them stuff, and we taught their parents and educated parents. Matter of fact, Bo, not tooting my horn, but you know how I am. But when I got a chance to speak to the parents yesterday, they gave me 4 standing ovations because they said, Coach, one thing we can tell, you care about our kids. And there's a lot of discipline going on over here, Bo, because you know how I am. Hey, we got to keep the discipline. If you don't do right, you can't be a part of our program. We can't just overlook our kid doing wrong. We got to straighten them up. So now let's get to the good part, Bo, where everybody been waiting for. Last couple of days they've been practicing the first practice on both teams. I was like, oh, look, I ain't that high tech yet, Bo. I ain't that high
I
tech
hear you.
yet.
I hear you. All right, Coach, talk to me a little bit about this wonderful experience that we're going into day 4 here at the next level. It's just much more than a game. It's a recruiting experience.
Yeah, yes, sir. First off, Bo, I'd like to start out by thanking some of our major sponsors that helped us pull this off. During this COVID time and man, everything falling apart, we had some great sponsors that helped put it together for the success for these young men. Of course, our Vision Sports Education, which is our founding company, always does a great job when TikTok exposure.
Hey, we'll have a little bit more chance to give a bit more interview. We're going to go ahead and get things started here shortly here with Team Drip and Team Swag. Sorry for the little technical issues. Love when we do a nice little transition and things begin to repeat itself. That's on me, nobody else. I'm the one that's controlling things. But wanted to have everybody have a chance to listen to what the players had to say as well and their experience. And we'll go back to Coach Wise as well here in just a minute.
My name is Larry King. I go to Dutchford High School. My biggest takeaway was, everybody has responsibility, and you just gotta do what you have to do your job.
Connor Floyd, and just being able to learn and how to get better. And then you feel like you've improved it all, learned anything new that you didn't know before?
Yes, sir, most definitely.
And then what's the reason you even came to begin with? Obviously, you came farther than a lot of people from Mississippi. So what led you to want to come?
Just to get better, and I want to dominate more. Owen Spell, Wayne County High School, class 2022.
And then just what's your biggest takeaway so far from this weekend?
Coach Johnson's a really good coach. He's taught great technique and how to make our blocks more successful and dominate more. I came for exposure, especially exposure, and I came for experience and meet new people and make friends and dominate on the field.
Parker Privet, Leach Collegiate Academy up in Rock Hill, South Carolina. My biggest takeaway so far is there's coaches here that know a lot and they're teaching us great things. Honestly, a lot of new techniques. Never played left guard before. Coach got me to try that. I've been doing very well. And other than that, I'm just here for exposure and then to get better, dominate on the field.
On my outside on this camp game, we learned a lot of new things. I'm learning a lot of new things, and I know the players on the team learned a lot of new things. Coach Johnson, he's a great coach. He played at the next level, so I want to go to that next level and experience.
And if I'm not mistaken, on your Twitter, you did say you've only played football for 2 years now. So what have you learned in that time, and how hard has it been to really just kind of pick up the game? And then what's it been like getting coached by some of these coaches who have been at that college level, some of them still at the college level, compared to maybe what you've been doing in high school?
It's different. I've learned a lot of new stuff that I ain't never seen before. It's just different. Metro, Region Hardersville High School in Region South Carolina. Biggest takeaway from like my teammates mentioned, Coach Johnson. He's a great coach. Probably one of the best coaches I had. He teaches me like technique at the college level, what they expect out of college O linemen, hand placement, things like that. He's just a good coach. He teaches me great technique, things that I would need at the college level, on and off the field.
And then what's one thing you've learned so far here that maybe you didn't know before, and then what was the ultimate goal you have for the weekend?
One thing I learned that I didn't know before is probably like when I'm pass blocking, you gotta he taught us like a move where you like place your hands like inside and like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I didn't know how to do it before. It's very effective on pass blocking. And the one goal I had was get more exposure. That's the main goal I had coming this weekend.
44 blast. He's our play call in college. It's two dang sentences that you can reverse, split, this and that. Then he hold up. He said, "Now you see this one playbook. This is one play that we got 3 or 4 or 6 paragraphs on. Then on top of that, we got to be able to read the defense. We got to check this and check that. So they were letting them know the game is different. So to me, man, all that is precious information because if we're preparing these guys, bro, for the next level, that's what we need to be doing. It ain't no high school stuff going on out here. Nothing. Nothing. It ain't even nothing. If you're looking for a high school game, hey, this ain't the one you want to watch today at 1 o'clock. You want to see in 4 days how we transform a kid from a high school kid to a college kid at 1 o'clock. That's what you want to see, bro.
All right, Coach. One other thing that I wanted to talk a little bit about before we get going. Talk to me about how a rising sophomore, a rising freshman, how do they find TikTok? What do they need to do? How can they be in this next level event next year in 2021?
Okay, we got several ways of doing that. Several ways. And what we, like I mentioned in the beginning, we actually went out and recruited these guys and evaluated. So it wasn't a thing we just seen kids' name and say, oh, they can pay to come to this event. Now, you had to have an invite. So the way that you get those invites is several ways. TikTok Exposure does what we call the College ID Showcase multiple times a year all over the United States, okay? Make sure you get to a TikTok Showcase because that's where we start identifying a lot of these guys was at our showcases. Okay, again, you can follow us on all our social media accounts, and we'll talk back and forth with you. Being on Twitter, TikTok Expo at TikTok Expo. We're on Instagram the same way. Of course, we're on Facebook, TikTok Exposure Sports Consult Service. They can reach out, or they can go to one of our many websites, bro. TikTok Exposure, Recruit Carolina, the Next Level Junior Classic.com. And just read up on it. Now, the greatest part and the easiest part, what they need to do too, they can go to TikTok Exposure website, do an athletic questionnaire, and it automatically builds them a profile for free inside our system so then we can identify them and reach out to them as well.
Now, coming into 2021, what is some plans that TikTok has for America, especially in the sports world?
For America, that's great. Well, a lot of people know us right now, Bo, as a football company. We are going to venture over in 2021 to multiple sports, basketball, thinking about doing some soccer stuff as well. But in 2021, we coming back strong. Okay, we coming back with our showcases. And matter of fact, we think we want to make our showcases instead of 3 hours now, multi-day events, so we can give the kids the experience. So we'll come with. I think we got 10 showcases on the books between January all the way down to next December. Of course, we're going to do 2 more of these events. Matter of fact, one of the events is going to be for the class of 2021 unsigned seniors, which will be held in Alpharetta, Georgia. We will be launching that next week, and that'll be January the 22nd through the 24th, 2021. So those are some of our main events that we do. And then, of course, if dead period live, we do the trips, bro. You know, we keep the boys on the buses all over the country, and we do the summer camps with the colleges as well. Because what I didn't mention yet, bro, TikTok Exposure is an NCAA certified scout service. So whatever it takes for us to get young men in front of college coaches, that's what we're going to put together in 2021. And like you said, it's coming with a bang.
All right, Coach. Well, enjoy yourself. Stay safe out there. It's going to be a very exciting 1 o'clock kickoff. We're going to have a wonderful experience, and look forward to hopefully, can talk to you at halftime if possible. So you can give us some feedback. We'll be zooming in at halftime at the stadium. So we'll have Adam and Craig with us. They'll be able to ask you some questions about anything additional that has come about right before kickoff.
Okay, let me mention one thing, Bo, for you fans to know. I am the most hated dude here this weekend because the boys said, Coach, 1 minute you for Team Drip, and the next minute you for Team Swag. And, Bo, I see some stuff at these practices, man. I think, you see I got my red and black on. I think I need to go put on pink because the boys all over. They kicking me out the locker rooms and everything. But, hey, I'll see you at halftime, Bo, man. We appreciate everything y'all do. And, boy, we're going to have some fun out here today.
All right, Coach. Talk to you soon.
Okay,
Thanks.
Bo. Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, able to bring in the president of TICTAL, Andre Wise. Glad to have everybody with us. Got Adam Collins and Craig Chapman. Adam and Craig, how you both doing today, gentlemen?
Great, man.
Well, hey,
Good.
I appreciate that. We got a little noise in the background. It's always nice working on the good old-fashioned technical issues of everything and anything at this point, and that's a little bit of fun. Gentlemen, talk to me a little bit about this game. We were able to take some notes before, get an idea about what we're getting ourselves into tonight and this afternoon at 1 o'clock.
Well, just for starters, you got kids from all over, South Carolina, of course, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, and California.
California, huh?
That's a really long ride to play a football game.
That's right around the corner.
It's just you just get on an interstate and there you are. I mean, that's just really is.
You know, before the interstate system, it actually took 62 days to go from coast to coast.
And that's why he's a history teacher on the back end, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why. So glad to have everybody with us on this part. We're looking forward to it, getting things started here. And stay with us and enjoy it. We're going to go over some rules of the game and how everything's going on our end. Take care of yourselves. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back up and running. They love when they turn off the switch on us and get things started here with the coin toss. Sit back and enjoy. I'm going to hand it over to Adam and Craig so I can go screaming a pillow and deal with technology in its finest. We'll get things started, but just sit back and enjoy this wonderful. They're going to call it, it's not a football game, it's a recruiting experience. And what we're going to do is really do our best to highlight these players, bring up their huddle highlights, be able to really pinpoint these players and what they're going through today. So sit back and enjoy yourselves. Thanks so much for tuning in with TICTAL Next Level Junior Classic 2020. All right, gentlemen, dead silence as you bring you in. I mean, y'all do a great job. Are you, either one of you going to talk so I can check if the mic's working?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to you.
We're just trying to.
How are you?
I have about a 4 out of a possible 100 at this point. We're going to take baby steps right now. So
I'm trying to catch numbers.
I hear you. Well, based on your hands, that's going to be hard all by itself. So I understand that wholeheartedly. So we'll get the scoreboard up just so I can take one less thing off my plate and hand it over to Maya Barrett to run the scoreboard. This is one less thing I got to worry about. Once again, we're live here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Going to be a wonderful experience. Next Level Junior Classic 2020. It is the first quarter here, getting ready for the kickoff. A couple of rules keep in mind. One rule that we have, it is under NFL rules, 1 foot in. Though that stands for the college perspective, it is going to be 12-minute quarters. There will be an overtime. There is a very sense of intensity, meaning that I don't have a problem that the Whitecaps probably going to throw some flags to get everybody started.
All right.
We have some multiple camera angles. We'll see how that all plays out without the world screaming together and see how that goes. We'll bring drone footage to you as well as a upper level and lower level angle here with TigTal. I love that our volume continues to go in and out. So as you can see that's a nice drone shot. So glad we can bring that to you. And a nice sunny day in Spartanburg. So, gentlemen, are we ready to talk now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Great.
I'm just clarifying that
Team Swag is in the black.
okay.
Team Drip is in the gray. So Swag will be receiving. So it's going to, you got your work cut out for you today with coaching those gray uniforms.
Yeah, the numbers I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah,
I do appreciate the numbers for Team Swag. Huge numbers. That's going to be easy to see.
We got the white numbers, so I mean they were going to pop on that black uniform right there. The gray uniforms are sweet. It's just harder to see the numbers. I mean,
Well, we'll make sure we tell the cameraman to get in tight on this one now. A couple things. Special teams is not live. They have one kicker. He plays for both sides of the ball. I haven't been informed by Team Swag that they gave him a nice little chocolate bar and Coke to get him through to maybe possibly kick better for their team versus Team Drip.
That's Blake Moros.
Yes, all-time quarterback.
All-time quarterback.
All-time quarterback for this Junior Classic. Here we go.
it's a good strategy if you can pay the kicker off. If you've got a late kick right there, it's going to go your way.
Yeah, we watch games be decided by kicks all the time.
That's right. Or, fumbled snaps and that led to a kick, things like that.
Throwing shoes, whatever.
Hey.
And as throughout the game, we'll talk a little bit about both coaching staffs and what they did over the past 4 days here at Spartanburg, South Carolina. Sit back and enjoy. I know they've had some issues with the scoreboard, so we will not have a necessarily running clock out there, but we'll give you the first down and so forth.
So what are you looking for early, Coach?
I'm interested to see how these guys are going to mesh. You and I both know that putting together a group in a matter of days is difficult. It's so hard to put a team on the field every week when you see them day in, day out. You've had them all summer. And then to have a kid for a couple days, you might get 4 or 5 practices if you're lucky.
Or you could have them for 4 hours like last week. So
yeah, and you're trying to put it all together. So, but here comes the kick.
And that is going to be through the end zone, Coach.
Yep.
Okay. All
But,
right.
the thing is defense is a whole lot easier to put in than offense in these things.
Absolutely.
So I look for the defense to be ahead of the offense, kind of like at the beginning of a season.
The offense should become better as the game goes along. All right. But these guys have probably had more practices, than most all-star games get.
I would think so. Team Swag coming out and just doing like a doubles look, and we know that
So they're going to start at the 30.
unless they looking like I don't care what game it is, you can't afford to donate.
Yeah, anxious, man. Everybody's ready to get out there and make
Pass
a play.
that first lick because there was no lick passed on kickoff, so it's that first lick.
Hey, make a play. Get my name on the score sheet. So that's going to bring up 1st and 5 from the 35 right there for Team Swag.
Because that is a nerve-wracking moment until you lay that first hit. Here comes motion from left to right. There's a snap. Sticks it in his gut, and that's going to be picked off. He's heading the other way.
That's going to be a touchdown,
Yeah,
Coach.
he's going to go to the house. And that is number 13 that just took it in for Team Drip. That's going to be Zion McLaurin out of South Florence in Florence, South Carolina. I couldn't talk for there just for a second. It happens to me sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's first quarter for us too, Coach.
And there's a perfect example of that defense being ahead of the offense.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I think that Team Swag won the toss and actually elected to receive. You know, one of those things about this is that, you know, we've been fortunate enough to be a part of some of these games. You don't really want the ball first.
No.
you want to make sure that you kick off and get to play a little defense so everybody gets their feet wet, and you get that last little bit of time to say, hey, this is what we're going to do. But, you know, you had an offsides penalty, and then you have a pick six for a touchdown, and we've played 13 seconds, and it's 6-0 team drip.
Well, that's the thing is, you know, it's kind of like buying a car the first year it comes out. You don't want to do that. You want to let it work the bugs out a little bit. And it's up and it's good.
No, it's not good, Coach. You missed it wide right.
Okay, I can't see the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. There's not much of a background out there. We're staring off into the abyss.
I was watching somebody play last night, and they were talking about how difficult it is if the kicker gets moved up too much. There was actually a penalty declined. Maybe it was Saturday. There's a penalty declined because
the angle of the kick
changes. Yeah. You need so much more lift when it's a shorter distance.
Back in, you know, years and years and years ago, you'd watch all those games where teams would purposely take delay of game so they could get their kicker a better angle, and then people would decline it. And it was like, all right, cat and mouse game right here. You know, we're fortunate enough we can get the snap to the holder to get the kickoff. So
yeah.
You know,
I saw a pro game. I think it was yesterday, where somebody kicked an extra point from like the 48.
Yeah.
It was a 48-yard extra point, and he doinked it, if I'm not mistaken.
So we're gonna try this thing again. 11:47 to go.
Let's try it. And there's the kick. This looked like more of a squib type deal.
Since nothing is really live, but I think he kicked that. Did he kick it out of bounds?
I think so. I think that it came off funny. It looked like one of those that came off and like spin. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it's like stay on in and spin in the air.
Like when I normally kick it during practice and it does that.
It's hard to do. I tell you what, if you could do that regularly, that would be something else.
20 personnel look right here.
Yep, there's a snap. Give looked like an ISO headed for the outside. And not going to find much there. Maybe a yard. So
it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 right here, Coach.
You know, if your team swag right here, you really got to put something together.
Hey, well, there's a positive. You know, everybody's kind of got their feet wet now.
Yeah, I hate when my feet are wet, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. But, you know, you've run a play. You had something positive, whether it was 1 yard gain or not. You got something positive out of it. You know, now it's time just to relax and play.
Well, that's what you hope. You know, you hope you work some of the bugs out. Looks like we got trips out here to the wide side of the field. Going to be single coverage on that other side. Here comes motion from right to left. There's a snap.
Zone.
Give on the zone around the right side. Going to be good for what looks to be about 3 yards.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and right at 5 right here. And it's, you know, a manageable 3rd down right here. You know, all-star game defense, they're not going to let them blitz.
Right, yeah, you know.
So you're going to get to see some base fronts. You know, they'll mix the coverages up. You'll get to see some 2, some 3, some single high safety. Right now, this is zone.
There's a snap. Looked like it was some read action, and he gets blasted at the mesh point.
Going to lose 3 right there, Coach. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9, and what's likely a punt right here.
He never had a chance for that to even get started.
No, it was swallowed up pretty good.
I think that big defensive lineman there that got there first, and we'll do the best for you we can on numbers, but it's tough sometimes.
So we'll have our first punt of the day right here.
Moros lines up the punt. There's a snap. He scoops it up off the ground and lets it go.
He killed that thing.
Yeah. Nicely done.
That's all the way down to the 25-yard line, Coach.
So he's got a leg on him.
All right, so now we get to see Team Drip's offense for the first time today. Already up 6-0.
I will say, you know, that helps if you're the offensive coordinator when the defense scores points.
It eliminates a little bit of stress. So 1st and 10, ball at the 25 right here. 9:49 in the first quarter.
Slot out to the right side, and looks like maybe somebody on Team Swag started early. Defensive lineman kind of antsy.
Wholesale changes. So that'll bring up 1st down and 5.
All right, gonna line up that same look. That slot, kind of almost a trips look with the sniffer to that side. There's a snap. Give the same size as that sniffer. Got some room. Nice run. Nice 1st down run. Not only was it 1st down, but it's another 1st down.
Gain of 11 and a 1st down. Bring up 1st and 10.
Looked like that was number 8, Tristan Mayweather on the carry.
Ball will be at the 41-yard line.
Tristan from Alcovey.
Oh, okay. I think they're the Tigers, right?
I believe so. Got a bunch down here to the field. There's a snap. Quarterback dropping pressure instantly.
Hello.
I mean, just blew through the pocket.
It's going to be a loss of 10 on the play. Bring up 2nd down at 20.
I mean, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
Ball, loss of 9 will bring up 2nd down and 19. Ball will be at the 32-yard line. Yeah, I don't think that was the correct protection right there. Either somebody got the scheme wrong, the back was supposed to block the defensive end, or they slid the protection the wrong way, one of the two.
Oh, looks like we're going to take a second penalty here. Having a little bit of a tough time. I think that's him coming out right there, number 18. I believe that is MJ Stroud, also from Alcovey. So maybe try to get a little bit early start.
I hear you.
Always looking for an edge.
2nd down and 14 now.
Always like had the back to my son to my back. That's
Again.
Oh, no, they're trading now.
2nd down and 19 again, Coach. 7:42 on the clock right now.
Right now, Team Drip up 6-0 in this first annual Next Level Junior Classic put on by TikTok Sports.
Courtesy of a 50-yard interception return for a touchdown on the first offensive play of the game.
That's a tough way to start as a quarterback, I would imagine.
It's not good. It's never good to throw an interception.
Can you count that as a completion, though?
No.
Yeah, somebody caught it. Here comes motion. Uh-oh. Jet sweep around the left side. He had the edge.
Play.
Nice open field tackle right there. That ball carried by number 4, Kendall Norman, but brought down by number 10 for Team Swag. Sorry, buddy.
Number 19, I think, Coach.
Number 19. Well, that would make sense. Jordan Chestnut out of Myrtle Beach. I love Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach is great. Unless you stop and eat at an Arby's there.
This is true. Just about killed me.
3rd and 17 right here. Ball at the 34.
Trips to the field. There's a snap. Quarterback drops, rolls right.
Okay.
Has some room.
Turned
Throws
it
on the
loose.
run. Has a man open.
Oh, broken up. Nicely done.
Nice job making up space right there. Is that 19 again?
I think so.
That's Chestnut. Great play by Chestnut. Chestnut leading for defensive player of the game right now if Team Swag's able to pull this thing out. Obviously, right now the overall leader is McLaren. because he has an interception
for a touchdown.
for a touchdown.
So we'll get our second punt of the game right here with 6 minutes to go.
Moros out to kick.
That was an interesting offensive series, Coach.
Yeah, it was.
First down and then penalty. Man, that's a bomb too.
Nicely done, and he made it where it wasn't returnable. I tell you, that's such a valuable asset right there to not only have a punter who can thump it, but can send it to the sideline and where the ball goes out of bounds. Because, you know, I'm always standing there going, please don't catch it, please don't catch it, please don't catch it.
I'm just standing there saying, please get the snap right, please get the snap right.
Well, I'm talking about after the kick. You know, your prayers change from
your point of view.
Yeah.
Your stress level.
It goes from please don't block it, please don't block it, please don't block it, please don't run it back, please don't run it back.
First and 10, ball's at the 21 right here for Team Swag.
There's a snap, a little RPO action, and I think that was a backward pass. That pass intended for number 14, I believe.
They're going to call that thing backwards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a backwards pass.
So
the ball intended for Donovan Pittman.
So it's going to be second down and 15 after that 5-yard loss on the lateral. And it hasn't exactly started off glowingly right now on offense for Team Swag.
This is Xavier McCrory, the big QB right there.
And he is big, 6'4", 221.
There's a snap. Sticks it in the gut. Nice cut. Really nicely done. I mean, that's a nice run right there. That was a great cut. That ball carried by Amir Dendy.
Amir picks up 18 and a first down right there.
Amir out of Pendleton, South Carolina.
So it'll be first down and 10, ball at the 34-yard line.
But we got good movement up front, and then there was a seam, and he took it. I mean, he exploded through it.
Yeah, that was 18 yards, buddy. In a hurry.
McCrory gives. Oh, McCrory keeps. And he's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. He's going to be brought down by numbers 42 and 15. 14 drip. Marquise Williams.
12-yard gain. First down.
On the tackle.
And some signs of life for Team Swag right after I said that this hadn't started off glowingly.
And I think that was 24, not 44, Markeith Cunningham out of Central Gwinnett, Lawrenceville.
Okay.
Ball in the middle of the field. Trips to the top side there. McCrory in the gun. There's a snap. Give. Nice cut again. I mean, the backside, they're just coming out the backside right off the center right there.
Yes, they are.
I mean, they're eating that up.
Shoulders, that's not good, Coach.
Well, I'm hoping it's a stinger is what that is, but another really good carry by Amir Dendy.
And that's 17 yards right there.
But, you know, that's what, you know, we used to preach that, you know, you're teaching that zone, you know, and if you see that one technique, get blocked, you stick your toe in the ground and go because the back door is open. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So on consecutive plays, we've had runs of 18, 12, and 17 yards. I mean.
Yeah, I think the Team Swag may have found their groove here. Yeah. But while we got a second, we're hoping that young man is just something where it's one of those you're taking a personal inventory more than you're actually hurt.
Yes, sir.
But take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for today. Of course, obviously the Upward Star Sports Complex there in Spartanburg, the Evening Sports Page, Global Sports Instruction, LYF, Leading You Forward, Next Gen Sports Highlights, Wise Up, Second and Seven Foundation, Sports Medicine Institute, and Coast to Coast, which was actually in charge of player transportation for today's game. We really appreciate everyone's help and their willingness to give so that these young men can participate.
That's right, man. You know, we've been a part of this and have dealt with this since June, so we know what kind of a year this has been to coach football in or to coach anything in, to teach in. So the fact that they're putting on this event like this, it's a monster, event to put on. But it's also one of those things where, all the protocols have to be followed, and the fact that they were able to put it together is quite impressive, Coach.
Oh, there's no doubt, no doubt. My hat's off to them with what they've been able to do all year.
All right, so 1st and 10 right here. Ball's at the 40.
McCrory in the gun, stack, doubles. There's a snap.
Quarterback
and
again.
he pulls it, and there he goes. And it's like nobody even wants to tackle him.
Well, he's gigantic, Coach.
I watched the DB delay for a second.
Did it make sure that I don't want to have to tackle this guy?
Yeah, it was one of those, I'm going to let him get next to him and then hit him.
All right, so they're going to give him 10 on that and a 1st down. And so 4 straight runs, 4 straight first downs.
Well, I danced with the one that brung you now.
It's coming again right here. They're going to get back in that almost stacked doubles look right here.
Uh-oh, tough time handling the snap right there. New running back in. And he's going to be brought down quickly, met by 5 and 21 for Team Drip. That's Malik Woodruff. And then Markeith Cunningham again.
Loss of 1 on the play, bring up 2nd down is at the 31-yard line.
That was Des Loring on the carry. He could find no room in the end. It's been my observation that their best bet is in the middle.
Yeah.
Trying to run wide. These kids are fast.
Yeah, they're flying.
Unless you're going to do some sort of play action to slow them down, there's the snap, balls on the ground by Team Drip. That's number 30 on the recovery. Demetrius Green comes up big for Team Drip after Team Swag was putting together a very convincing drive.
So Team Drip will take over at their own 32 right here with 2:10 to go in the 1st quarter, and what has been a pretty rapidly played 1st quarter, Coach.
It has. I mean, it's going very quickly. And for one thing, it's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Anytime the games are entertaining, we've watched games before or called games before where, it just won't end. Yeah.
In the rain.
Yeah. In overtime.
Yep. Here we go. Inline tight end right here, Coach.
There's a snap. Give right up the gut. Able to make the first man miss, but not before everybody else can get there. And there's a host of swag. There's swag all over that guy. That's a rough go there.
Like 24 maybe was the first person there, Coach?
I think so. He's been pretty active. Okay, that's for Team Drip, so maybe 26.
Might be.
Harrison Gentile.
2nd down and 7 right here.
Snap, give up the middle right there. Wrapped up quick.
Number 90.
Yeah, I think so. Number 90 on that play for Team Swag.
Gain of 3 more. It's going to bring up 3rd.
That's big Robbie Harrison out of Greenwood.
3rd and 4 right here, Coach. We'll call it 3rd and long 4. Pretty manageable 3rd down right here.
In the gun right there.
Looks like we got man coverage right here.
Quarterback drops.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, nice job by the receiver right there to play defense. Looked like number 19
again
had picked that off for Team Swag. Again, Jordan Chestnut, pretty active early.
Yeah, I think he was one of the guys we heard spoken about earlier.
He was, indeed. They talked about how rangy he was.
Yeah, so far Team Swag's defense up to the task. Only thing they haven't done yet is score.
Well, and that was pretty close.
Yep. The way the punting has gone in this, Team Swag will be lucky to take over with the ball not inside their 10.
Morrow stumps it. Oh, good job to catch it going backwards. He had to go all the way up for that one.
And the ball is right at the 11. I mean, these guys are killing the thing. I mean, it's impressive to watch this. So, Team Swag will take over. I think they actually spotted it at the 12.
I'll tell you what, man, it's been impressive. But like we said, we thought the offenses would kind of lag, and as the game goes on, they'll get better. They'll start to get into more of a groove. And just when Team Swag had really started getting into a groove on that last drive, they put the ball on the ground.
And you had the running back change and things like that.
You think it's such an important piece, and the piece to me that always amazes me in all-star games, the group of guys that is able to play together, that always blows my mind, is the offensive line.
Yeah.
Simply because that is the group that you really need to be cohesive, and it's so hard to get the group to play together.
So it's the start of the second quarter right here. Clock ran out on that bomb. That was a punt. So Team Swag will take over. First and 10. 12 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Start of the second quarter. And it'd be interesting to see, with the success they had running the ball right there, if that RPO game doesn't open up a little bit right here.
I'll tell you what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to stamp U.S. mail on Dendy and let him tote it, because that joker can see it now.
Looks like we might be having a problem right here with the clock.
I've had issues with clocks for years.
I know, they're scary.
Yeah, I mean, they got the wrong score up there, or, they wake me up in the morning sometimes.
Mine wakes me up in the morning rather early.
Yeah, I would say clocks are not all they're cracked up to be.
No. And if you crack one, you're in trouble, right?
There it is.
I mean,
All right, well, looks like they're getting it figured out. But while we're in a quick pause, just want to thank again the Upward Star Sports Complex for allowing this event to be here and just partnering with TikTok Sports. And we're back to action.
They've got a new quarterback in, Coach, number 2.
Number 2, that's going to be Colby Shirey. Colby out of Somerville.
Really do appreciate the fact that we got these rosters where everybody's from and everything. It makes it so much easier on us.
Well, of course, we know the Georgia schools, but we're becoming a lot more savvy when it comes to the South Carolina schools, because we've been privileged enough to be with TikTok through some of the ID showcases.
I thought my second address was Spartanburg, South Carolina in August.
Yeah, the college ID showcases, which are amazing, and I highly recommend. As a former football coach, it's something that I'm hoping that I can still get into them when my kids are old enough, because the Lord's got a sense of humor and I have little kids. But because that's something where I would send my kids, because the instruction, it's not just a camp where it's like, how many people can we fit in this field? It's top-notch instruction, little things. The little things matter. And you're going to get great instruction from guys who have either played or coached, and sometimes both at the next level. Yeah. And some of them even pro level.
Coach, just got news for you. Heaven help whoever has to go one-on-one with your sons, because they're fixing to take a mauling.
Oh man, they're interesting. All right, shower in the gun. Snap, high snap, give around the right side. That ball carried again by number 4, Loring, and he is met by that was more of a wave than a drip. Came crashing over the offensive line, that I thought was making real progress. But again, I don't think there's room outside. I think you make your money inside. I think you're getting a good push in the middle, and then you let the back make one cut and go.
No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Doubles look right here.
Yep. Lauren stays in the backfield with Shari.
Fixing to get that play that you want.
There comes motion.
Oh.
Throwing on the run just out of the side of the reach of number 14. Pittman. Pittman just can't hang on. I mean, that was there all day long. Now, I do think Pittman was about to get separated from his soul.
Well, he had a nice job of stepping up in the pocket right there and keeping your eyes downfield. Looked like he had somebody coming open a little bit in the deep out area, but he chose to go with the safe throw, the check down right there.
Well, because my first thought was run.
Yeah, because it opened up, it parted. He stepped up in that soft spot in the pocket right there.
But that a way to be patient.
Yep, so it's going to be, well, must have given him 1 on that first run. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 right here.
Not where you want to find yourself most of the time.
Absolutely not. Absolutely, especially when it's your first series. You'd really like to have something where you're not having to push the ball down the field, especially if you're going to throw the ball in the middle of the field right here.
So here we go, big 3rd down for Team Swag. Team Drip trying to get off the field here.
And we've got some corn fusion.
They're asking, are you going to drive in when this is over? And the answer would absolutely be yes. That place is fantastic from what we understand. We've never actually made it, but it's supposed to be really good. Shire takes a snap, drops, looks left, rolls out to his right, tucks it. He's going to take off.
Uh-oh.
Evades a tackle. Around the corner. He's still got some time. Huge run right there.
Yeah, Coach. So 24 yards right there.
Nice big-time run by Shirey. Run out of bounds. But not until he could pick up how many yards, Coach Chapman?
24.
24 yards. It's 3rd and 9. I think that gives him a first down if he got 24.
Absolutely does.
That's like 2 first downs.
Sometimes, depending on if you get penalties.
Depends on where you start, right?
Or if you're playing in Columbus. 1st and 10 right here. Ball's going to be at the 41-yard line. You know, trips to the field right here, it screams 1 of 2 things. They're going to run inside zone or something. They're going to throw a bubble screen.
There's a snap.
And they run stretch, of course.
They run stretch to the outside and actually find a little room this time. Good job right there. If I'm not mistaken, that was Loring on the carry again.
It was. He's going to pick up 11, and it should be another first down.
Looked like number 9 was there first for Team Drip. C.J. Wicker. C.J. from Dutch Fork High School.
Dutch Fork, pretty good school.
In Irmo, South Carolina. Or Irmo.
Well,
if we butcher your school name or your name, we apologize in advance. Please shoot us a message on Twitter, and we'll fix it.
Yes, absolutely. 1st and 10 right here. Ball at the 48 of Team Drip.
Trips to the field right there. Shiver takes a snap, pulls it down,
Pick.
fires. There she goes. Strike up the bam, baby. That's 6 right there. That's 6. Nice job. Number 1 on the interception right there for Team Drip. That's linebacker Luke Janik from Carolina Forest in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And that's 2 for the Team Drip defense.
Oh, Coach. Oh. If you're going to throw the bubble screen off the zone fake, somebody's got to block that linebacker.
I mean, you know, that's one of those guys we talk about being, you know, first force.
Yes.
You know, we gotta go get that guy.
So if you kick this extra point and it doesn't hit that net, somebody's got a free football running down the road down there.
There, bounces off somebody's car. I've seen that happen before at practice.
We got to watch those guys kick, do the kicking part of their showcase over there. Oh, good job.
It's up and it's good. Morrow's kick is good. giving Team Drip a 13-0 lead over Team Swag here early in the second quarter.
Think about this, Coach. Team Drip's going to kick off to Team Swag again. This will be Team Swag's 5th drive of the game. Team Drip has had the ball for exactly 7 plays. 7 plays, and they're up 13-0.
You know, I've said that for years to defensive coordinators. If you guys will just score, we don't have to worry about
That's
this
right.
thing.
If you will hold them to nothing, we won't lose. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, if you don't let them score, we'll get close enough to kick a field goal. You know.
My favorite coach said, if they don't score, we won't lose. Every week he would come in, hey, Coach, just understand, if they don't score, we can't lose, so don't donate to their cause. All right, Coach, I appreciate it. Thanks for having so much confidence in us.
Yeah. Please don't give them the ball.
Yeah, that was the underlying term, and that was, you don't screw it up, we're all right over here.
And here comes Moro's kick, and it's a low spinning kick.
And I tell you what, if you could bottle that kick right there, and it was just rolling into that corner, that's tough. That's dirty.
Well, you know, when you're kicking off, you know, we've always concentrated on isolating that guy to 1/3 of the field.
Yep.
We want to give you one spot to run in, and then we want to collapse on you like an umbrella. So a kick like that is going to be perfect. And then you add in the fact that it bounced around and twisted and turned, and, you know, it took some time to get there. Gives your coverage team time to get down.
So 1st and 10, ball's in the middle of the field at the 30-yard line, and Team Swag needs to finish a drive. Their last 2 drives have been pretty impressive, and turnovers have derailed them. They've had the ball 3 times and have turned it over 3 times.
Cherry in a true gun look with a slot out to the left side or right side. Give around the edge on the left.
Oh, that's 15. There's the flag.
Yeah, I think that was a hold, wasn't it?
I think they're going to call late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, see, I thought that ball carried by number 24 for Team Swag, Jacoby Anderson out of Battery Creek in Beaufort, South Carolina.
And it was a gain of 5, and then you're going to tack 15 onto that.
So they did call late hit out of bounds?
Did.
He didn't mean to.
I agree. But you know what? In this point in time right here, you're going to be 1st and 10 at the 50. You've run one play, and you're at midfield. And
you've already flipped the field.
And if you can get out of, right now, if they can just hold on to the football, they'll finish the drive. That's been the biggest issue so far for Team Swag.
Sure takes a snap.
Nice
Give
cut.
around the right side. Good vision right there coming back to the middle of the field. That's Loring again on the carry.
5 more yards, Coach, 2nd and 5. And things that didn't look open at the start of the game are now all of a sudden starting to open up a whole lot more. But also, let's remember, Team Swag's been on the field the whole time on offense, so those guys on defense probably being a little bit tired right now.
Yeah, they're failing a little bit.
And, you don't know how much football these guys got to play this year or when the last time they played it was. So, getting multiple reps, there could be some fatigue setting in already.
This is true. True doubles look. Here comes motion from left to right.
Jet.
Give on the jet sweep around the right side.
Ooh.
Yeah. That
Hello.
ball carried by number 24. Was that number 17 right there on that play? I believe that was number 17. Quantavis Gaskins that came up and said, not on my watch. Not on my watch.
He introduced himself to him. So this is 2 down territory right here, Coach.
You cross the line of scrimmage, you belong to me now.
This is 2 down territory right here. Somebody's got to get on the ball down here.
There we go. He's adjusting.
3rd and 5 right here.
It's like a little play change right there. There's a snap. Give off the right side. Carried by Loring. Going to be close to a 1st down, I do believe.
Gain of
Although
4.
we're getting a 4th down signal out of the.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 4th and 1, Coach.
The swag coaches right there, you can see up at the top of the screen. Coach Fisher, and then Coach Vaughn coaching defense. Mooring spin move, spin right into number 30, Demetrius Green.
Team swag and their own offense. It's 13-0, and they've accounted for 12 of it.
Yeah, you're right. Team Drip is the winner, right? Team Drip defense.
They are. They are the MVP.
There's a snap. Quick give.
Ooh.
Nice job. Almost broke it. Good job by the backside end. Kind of staying home right there. Play made by number 92, Callan Sobus.
If he doesn't make the tackle, that ball is right down the middle of the field for a long way, Coach. 2nd down and 5 right here. Ball at the 46.
Coach Fisher talked about how versatile he was.
Yes.
There's a snap. Again, quick give, and just running through tackles.
They got him in conflict right now. That's a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Luke Gadsden just toting the mail right there. Luke out of Berkeley in Moncks Corner, South Carolina is where he's from.
1st and 10. Ball is at the 46-yard line.
Is that like the 46?
Nah, not like the Ohio State. Got a little different change in coverage right here, so they're going to cover 1 right here. Going to keep as many people as they can in the box right here. Be interested to see if they start rolling a safety down.
There's a snap, dropping, rolling to his left, decides to run.
Going to pick up about 3. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Right there from on the carry, Lower Richland out of Hopkins, South Carolina.
Got a lot of South Carolina feel to the game, don't we, Coach?
We do. But good decision there by Hopkins.
Yeah. Get what you can get out of bounds. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
I mean, this game has been a fine example of that, kind of, those early mistakes.
I'll be watching the outbreaking route up here to the top of the field.
Tight double stack right there. Pressure just out the wazoo. Hopkins just pulls it down and takes off.
1st down. That's a nice job. Gain of 8 and a 1st down. And you were right, Coach. That was immediate pressure because they had a sprint, speed out to the wide side of the field, and I think they were going to end up running a smash concept. But he had to bail before anything had a chance to set up at all. I mean, it was just immediate pressure.
But, you got to love when your kids make good decisions where the heat's coming down and he makes a good decision and you move the sticks.
Absolutely. And that just shows that, he's been coached well. He understands the value of a possession. 1st and 10 right here. Ball is at the 34-yard line. Oh, nice cut.
Woo. Somebody wrestles.
26.
Carried by number 3, Luke Gadsden. Suplexed by number 26 for Team Swag, Harrison Gentile.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. And they are rolling right now, Coach. They're inside the 30. Ball is at the 27-yard line. We're getting close to our first trip to a red zone today.
Adams in the gun.
Got bunch set over here.
Bunch trips, down to the bottom of your screen.
Zone to the left.
Oh, looks like somebody.
No, he faked the toss and ran quarterback sweep to the left.
Oh, Adams can run. I do believe I'd run him around quite a bit.
Gain of 5 and another first down. I mean, they're just picking it apart right here. We're going to get a timeout.
Well, while we got a timeout, let's take a chance to thank our sponsors. Upward Star Sports Complex for hosting the event and partnering with TikTok Sports. The Evening Sports Page, Global Sports Instruction, LYF, leading the youth forward. Next Gen Sports Highlights, Wise Up, Second and 7 Foundation, Sports Medicine Institute, and Coast to Coast, who was gracious enough to transport players this week.
Yes, sir, Coach. You know, after driving a box truck with kids on it on Saturday, you know, you get a chance to ride in one of those pretty buses, you should cherish that.
You know, we take long trips, and we love to be in things other than minivans.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. So,
just because apparently when I'm driving, it's like riding a mini mine train in the back.
yeah, we had a situation where somebody decided to see that we were a large vehicle, know that we were a large vehicle, and then just pull in front of us like, you know, we were a Miata and we could stop on a dime.
Yeah, not the case.
Absolutely not. So 1st and 10 right here, ball on the left hash on the 22-yard line. Obviously getting close perhaps to the end of the first half, because I think that was Team Drip's first time out right there.
All right.
Okay, Team Swag took the timeout in.
Adams lining up a gun.
Waiting on the white hat. He's getting everything ironed out.
There we go.
We've been given the ready for play, and here we go.
There's snap. Adams
running back.
There he is, running right down the sideline. He turns and catches it. Touchdown, Team Drip. That ball caught by Luke Gadsden. Adams to Gadsden right there for the TD. And we have our first offensive touchdown of the game. Nicely done. All right, so here, as we're coming to the close of the first half, Team Drip pulls ahead 19-0. We await tomorrow's kick. He's out.
Drip will kick off again.
I will say, in the uniform battle, I'm gonna give the edge to Team Drip.
Right now, they were winning everything.
I like their uniforms the best. I like the gray.
That drive. Who was the quarterback on that drive for Team Drip, Coach?
Adams.
Adams solidly in the lead for my vote for offensive player of the game for them right now.
He kept a couple of series alive there.
Yes, absolutely did. Made a difference. He had to play 11 on 11 right there, buddy.
If you're Team Swag right now, you know you got to answer.
Yeah, and you know, 2-minute warning right here.
Because when you stop and think about it, you know, Team Drip gets the ball back at half.
Certainly do.
So you gotta do something right here. If nothing else, you got to inspire some confidence walking into halftime.
And, you know, you've been successful running the football. You've got timeouts. You can still run the football right here, and it might not be a bad thing to run maybe to the running back because teams have been right here that you've been saving. You might want to use it.
Get something sitting in your back pocket.
Yeah, it don't need to stay there. Right
Here he drops.
A lot today.
Oh. From the looks of things, it looked like maybe somebody got an early jump. Call face mask?
I'm guessing that's what he called.
Well, that's a bailout after a sack right there if I've ever seen one.
And it's going to bring a first down.
That's helpful.
Yeah, because they went from the spot of the foul, so that was a 15-yard penalty and a first down. So now it's the ball actually got knocked and hit. Cue Coach Collins and talk about me throwing in ball and hitting him in the head right here.
I think that's Asa Johnson out of Catawba Ridge, Fort Hill, South Carolina. Yeah, Coach Chapman threw the ball one time, hit me in the back of the head on the screen, and I got in trouble.
Second down and 10 right here, ball at the 40.
How's that work? I got hit in the head with a ball.
Yeah, quarterbacks are always the golden boys.
There's a snap.
There's the run.
Showery lined up again, trips to the top. There's a snap.
Same play.
Yeah. Bono Jr.
These halftime stats are going to be hilarious, Coach.
Maurice played well.
I'm guessing that's timeout.
It is.
For Team Swag.
Well, we got a timeout. Take an opportunity to thank our sponsors. Upward Star Sports Complex, the Evening Sports Page, Global Sports Instruction, LYF, Leading the Youth Forward, Next Gen Sports Highlights, Wise Up, Second 7 Foundation, and Coast to Coast, who was gracious enough.
Restrictions of it being an all-star practice week. If you had your call right here, what would you call?
I'm going to run something that's going to get Showery out of the pocket because it's collapsing. He runs well, so give him a run.
No,
no. And he just gets on the ball.
Wow.
Man, that's unfortunate.
We call timeout.
Yeah, the one thing you can't do now is force the ball. Because if you force the ball, what happens is you just go down by another score.
Yeah. It's 3rd and 28 now.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of plays designed for 3rd and 28.
Yeah, there is. Quick kick.
On teams play. Also, Coach Fisher, really nice to get to hear the gentleman talk about these kids that they're really into.
Very valuable insight from the experiences that they had this week as they went through this recruiting experience.
And what people forget all the time is it looks like they're having a good time.
Oh, yeah, they're having fun.
Because people forget this game is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of fun. It's not a lot of fun, at certain times, but this right here should be fun.
No doubt. Sherry just taking off. He's going. Oh, no, I think that was Westover.
He's shown up some today, hasn't he?
In Albany.
So now you're going to get a punt right here.
With 18 seconds left in the half.
Wow.
If you got 18 seconds left in the half, you're up by 20, you just throw one up.
Well, Team Swag's going to punt, and this guy's
Moros catches it, and boom, goes the dynamite.
So right now, Coach, to answer your question, I'm taking a knee and going to half. But it's also not, I'm also not coaching in an all-star game.
See, I'm throwing the hook and ladder right here.
We've ran it 3 or 4 times, in our one hour of practice that we had before we played. And we ran it perfectly the first 2 times we ran it. And I was like, all right, this is going to work fine in the game. We got in the game and ran it, and everybody who did it wrong. Everybody. I was like, all right.
Anybody that was involved that could do something wrong did it wrong.
It was wrong.
The offensive line just ran off the field.
They're like, what are you doing? I just didn't
I'm leaving.
Didn't want to play that play.
I'm a distraction.
Be good. So here we go. 1st and 10. Is that the 28 right here?
Looks like Adams. And he holds the ball, and he's going to be sacked. That looked like big 9-8 for Team Swag that got there first. Carrington KJ Charles out of Elgin from Lugoff, South Carolina.
I'm with you, Coach. I'm 100% behind that pronunciation all the way.
Yeah.
And that's the half.
That's going to take us to half, ladies and gents.
And in with us, we've had good old-fashioned technology, and it's full of enjoy that when that happens. We're going to take a moment here and get our thoughts together and want to spotlight some players. And we're going to take some time and listen to some coaches, especially the 2 head coaches, and have a chance to listen to DeAndre, who's the vice president of TICTAL as well. We'll come back here with the second half of action where the Drip is up 20-0. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman. This is the Next Level Classic Junior 2020.
So line is going to be able to, stay on the same page and block up front. I think we'll be good to go. You got some receivers that can catch. You got a quarterback that can run and throw. Defensively, we got some guys up front and got a great group. I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing our linebackers fly around and play. Got some real athletic guys there. And I think we're pretty good in the secondary.
So on your end, Coach, next level All-Star game, kind of first annual setup for it. Talk to me a little about your experience with TikTal and what really reinforces you continuing to come back and be a part of TikTal.
Well, I've been part of TikTal for a while, working with Coach Wise. Obviously I was there 16 years. Me and Coach Wise actually met, I think back in I want to say like from there. I was able to see that his main intentions was to help the young man have an opportunity to get to the next level. And then just over the years, the guys
All-Star game as the head coach?
No, actually, they used to run an all-star game. There's actually a collegiate all-star game that they used to run down in.
Got a really, really good line, which I kind of anticipated, and definitely got some playmakers.
Particular game, what are you hoping these kids, rising seniors, are going to take away from this overall experience?
Well, I'm hoping that they understand the importance of learning things by the concepts of it and not just the position that they're in, meaning that they can be at a D tackle or a DN, or they can be a slot receiver or outside receiver, and understanding why they're actually doing something, and understands the small parts of the play, and hopefully they get a better chance to explore that.
Talk to me a little bit about your coaching staff. You had an opportunity to work with them a little bit on your offensive side and then also on your defensive side.
Yeah, definitely. Well, defensively, they're go-getters, man. They're go-getters. Coach Berger and we've known each other for a while now, and I let him kind of pick his side with coaches, and I'm very, very impressed with him. Offensively, got a young guy off Central Florida for a while for Coach Scott Frost. He's good. He's good. I'm actually thinking about hiring him as Coach Wilson, Nate Wilson.
Looking at your talent on offense, first of all, what players have really stepped out in your mind, been able to stay and said, okay, this is what we're looking to get out of this player, and if you can name drop, that's great, because as you talk about them, I'll throw their picture up, and this is a nice pregame to kind of get that information. If you don't, with the nice thing about post edits that allows us to do that. So
I just think overall, I on offense. You know, I just don't want to leave anyone out.
Let's spend a little bit of time because I'm going to have you some voiceover. Kind of talk to you a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about this experience. This is the first time Tell's really gotten together and said, hey, we're going to put a football game on. But one of the statements that is out there in social media, this is much more than just a football game. This is the recruiting experience. And talk to me a little bit about that experience itself.
The experience itself, like you said, it's so many young men that we brought in. You know, most they say most all-star game brings in the top 5-star, 4-star kid. But us, like I said, we brought in the 4 or 5-star guys, our eyes. And like you said, the kids is experienced, man. These kids getting unbelievable coaching. They like I just got out of a meeting with them. And like I said, what's the main thing that y'all learned? They said, Coach, I found more weaknesses about myself than I did the good stuff. So that was the great thing. So one thing about with dealing with these young men, everybody think they do everything good, but when they telling me what they found out their weakness were, that's how I know we're doing something great. And like you said, the experience is not just like you say, just not coming out here running around and just playing a little football. It's all about you getting better as an athlete on and off the field. Like you said, everything that we try to teach here is compete. We compete on the field. We compete all the field. Like just like you said, I just left a meeting. I had the guys in there competing with each other. But what makes you different in the class? This kid said I had a 3.9 but one kid said I got a 4.3. So like I said, that we got these guys competing. So so when we say the experience it's the competing experience. And that's all we ask for. If a kid is showing he competing all day, that's all we ask for because the whole experience is make sure that we're building better man on and off the field, off the field together. Yes,
where you're located at, opening their doors. Talk to me a little bit about sponsors and your location.
And so you know, our company we're based out.
Wise, the vice president, the young Wise, not the old Wise. We heard from the old. We got our tech things. Before we get started, gentlemen, I want to be able to go into some things real quick. And one thing that they've done in this event is that they've been able to say, okay, hey, let's get this gentleman measured properly so everybody knows what his measurement is. And right there alone, you get to see number 59 playing for Team Swag. If I'm not mistaken, number 59 is who? Team Drip. I'm sorry, I don't even have your mic on, kiddos. Team Drip.
That's Keandre Wisby.
He's an offensive lineman. He was actually somebody that we spoke with or heard his interviews with there. But you get to see the height. We were able to go through that to be able to see the headshots, stuff that will be going straight out to the coaches in this direction. You know, I mean, even to the point when you get to see this portion here, and this is Team Swag, number 3 from Team Swag, who is Xavion McCory, if I pronounced that correctly.
Correct.
All right. So we wanted to be able to give that reach out, be able to see the height, and give the good headshot on that part. We'll pick it up here with the second half and get ready to start it. Gentlemen, I'm going to let y'all take it back over, talking about some key things of what these players want to get out of this overall experience.
All right. Well, I mean, I think is where we were at. Talk about this process that they go through, where it's the education of the child, the parents, about the hoops you're going to have to jump through, the pitfalls of recruiting, the importance of focusing on education. And there's just so much you can pull from this organization, outside of football knowledge.
You know, Coach, you said 2 years ago. Wasn't that just in March? It just feels like it was 2 years ago.
Was it in March?
I think it was.
I'm so old that it all just.
Coach, it's this year. It's been 3 years worth of a year.
Yeah, I don't. I just want it to be over.
It's pretty close. But
just a year. Not to.
Easy.
I'm not.
Man, sometimes you can't hit that button quick enough.
I'm not playing for Rapture.
Well, I appreciate you bringing in the Rapture tease of it as well. So, while we get ready here, it looks like Team Drip.
That would be Team Swag.
But Team Drip's going to get the ball.
They are.
All right.
They are, and they're already up 20-0. So if you're Team Swag, you got to come out here.
You got to have a stop. You need a 3 and out.
Yep, and they're going to come out running inside zone away from the trips where they put in that they had that defensive end in some serious conflict at the end of the first half.
Let Luke Gaston tote it.
Yes, sir.
And here's the Morrow's kick, and it's a good one.
And hammered.
All the way down.
All the way into the end zone.
Once again, no live kicks. Just kind of review the rules real quick. 12-minute quarters. Clock is being taken care of on the field. We got 2 more quarters of play, and offensively, and then let's talk a little bit about the defense.
Well, when you're talking about players for Team Drip that really stand out offensively right now, I would think Luke Gaston really showed up for number 3. And then Robert Adams, number 7, at quarterback, really played well.
Extended a lot of drives in that one series.
I think that's Adams at quarterback right now.
So 1st and 10 right here, ball at the 30-yard line.
There's a snap. Quick give off the left side. Got the edge. Coming around the corner, gets a good block out of the receiver right there. Nice, tough run.
That's a gain of 8 right there on 1st down to bring up 2nd down and 2, Coach.
That was Demarion McCaskill out of Cheerall in Cheerall, South Carolina.
It's amazing that technology can work right before the game starts, but as soon as the play starts.
All those moving parts.
I'm telling you, man.
But defensively, when you're talking about Team Swag, number 98, Carrington K.J. Charles was really asserting himself there towards the end of the first half. But we saw a number of players. Jordan Chestnut had a really good first half. There's the give. Again, they found something on that left side.
They have. And that's 6 more and a first down.
Ball carried again by McCaskill. So just getting it done, toting the mail right now.
Like we talked about, they've run away from the trips, and they've been doing it all game. And they're putting those guys in. Right now you're getting, they're pulling the coverage to one side of the field. Now they're going to give them a doubles look,
balance them up.
I'd look for this to be a pass right here. I'm gonna try to keep everybody happy, Coach.
Yeah, you got to do something. You need those receivers to block, so.
You need to get some pass pro on tape.
Motion from left to right.
No, it was just the same play.
And just with motion. And McCaskill just running through folks.
Going to pick up about 11 right there.
Really nice, tough run right there. I tell you what, I mean, I've been a lot of places where I tried to force something to happen and it didn't. It never works out. And I learned early as a coach, calling plays, make them stop it before you do.
And that's what's happening right now. They lined up in doubles and ran motion just to get to the same look they just had to run the same play.
Because you get the defense moving and then come back against them. There's a snap. Adams drops, lets it fly down the left side, and
somebody ran the wrong route.
Yeah, somebody zigged where they should have zagged on that one. Because there was nobody there, but I think Jordan Chestnut.
Yeah, and you don't want to throw it to him because he will catch it.
All right, we're having a momentary difficulty. Wind is wreaking havoc with our equipment right now.
Look, wind here.
Take a chance to thank our double pass?
I don't know. I don't know what that was. That was somebody didn't know what was going on.
All I can think is double pass because it looked like he was trying to back up and be behind the quarterback.
And they called timeout. So it's going to be second and 10. Team Drift takes the time out to talk about it right here. And, Coach, now you can finish the sponsors if you'd like.
Well, here we are. Evening Sports Page, Global Sports Instruction, LYF, leading you forward. Next Gen Sports Highlights, Wise Up, Second and 7 Foundation, Sports Medicine Institute, Coast to Coast, who was kind enough to transport the players this week, and Muscle Performance Sports. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for their assistance in making this a great event, this TIGTOW Next Level Junior Classic.
There you go. Well done. Well done. So, I mean, dealing with the technical difficulties that we are, let's talk a little bit about it from a football standpoint. If you're at this game and the most important thing for you is to put things on film that are positive, correct?
Oh, for sure.
But you've also had the opportunity during this week to have meetings that are like college meetings, all right? To be coached by people who have been on a college coaching staff, or to be coached by people who have played in college or who have played in the NFL, been around coaches like Dick Vermeil, Tony Dungy, Mike Shanahan. I mean, we're talking about some premier names in the NFL coaching world. So
Nick Saban.
You're getting
not in the pro coaching world, but definitely in collegiate.
I think he said at Michigan State, correct?
Yeah, he was with him at Michigan State.
So if you're looking at it from this perspective, you're getting something now with a year left to go in high school that you may or may not have ever gotten if it wasn't for this event. So it's a pretty impressive resume that TIGTOW has, not only now with the showcases and with the showcases being all over the country. But now you're going to start adding these, all-star games, these recruiting experiences, so that these, fortunate individuals can, take what they've learned back to school. Now, you don't think word of mouth isn't going to spread this, Coach?
Oh, for sure. And the thing is if you're at home and you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, how can I get involved or how can I get my child involved? You need to seek out the TikTok web pages and Twitter,
social media, man,
and find out when and where the next college ID showcase is going to be, because that's how you get identified. Like, I would say the majority of these kids are dogs, and they got
where they went and handpicked the people that were going to be in this game.
And if you're not already give you a real world, no nonsense evaluation of this is where you can play.
And we have firsthand experience with it. We met a guy in March this year that just signed a letter of intent to play at Georgia State, and there was when he started at the TikTok, there were no offers, and now he signed a Division I football offer to a team that's playing in a bowl game. And I know some people are like, Georgia State is not University of Georgia or whatever, Georgia Southern or whatever they think, because Georgia State is relatively new to Division I football. But
we're also talking about a school that, despite being in the state of Georgia, doesn't take many kids from Georgia.
No, does not.
And so the fact that he got seen, I would say was based solely on his experience with TikTok.
That exposure. There's a reason why exposure is in that, that title, because that's what they're doing for these athletes. It is a way for them to get their name, their measurables, their film, however you want to splice it out to as many college recruiters as
I understand how important it is, and especially in this COVID age where, some kids didn't get to play or you got to play very limited amount. We've seen tons of games canceled this season. So being able to have those measurables certified by somebody, because you can say you're 6'7" all day long.
Yep.
If you don't get that certified from somebody, everybody thinks you're probably 6'4".
Well, I can tell you right now that when I was in high school, my coach was trying to get me a football scholarship, and he sent everywhere he sent. I was 5'10", 5'11", 185 pounds. And I just want to let you know, when I graduated, I was not 5'8". I was about 5'7" and 3/4", and I weighed 129 pounds. So that would have been the most disappointed coach ever when they saw me. Like, hey, what did you do with that guy? What have you done to him?
I remember reading the paper, and I ranged from 6'2" to 6'5", depending on what you read.
Yeah, whichever news outlet it was in, right?
Yeah. All right, we're back to action right there. Looks like Team Drip is swarming.
I think they flew in.
Yeah. That wind is kicking up. It does get windy out there on that field.
It does, man. I just wanted to let everybody realize the weather that is occurring in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
All right, so.
I love when you were like, the wind. I'm like, yes, your point. I'll turn it up louder if you need to hear the wind. It's for the win, ladies and gentlemen, for the win.
All right, so Team Swag with the ball, still 20-0 right here.
Looks like McCrory's back at quarterback. There's the give off the left side.
Nice cut right there.
Nicely done. Number 24 on the carry, Jacoby Anderson.
So we're looking at third down and short right here. No, first down.
First down. They're bringing them on.
So
if there was ever a team that needed to put together a drive, it's the Swag right now.
I'm going to take it. They started right around there. They got the jump right there. So they had to start right at the 10-yard line, Coach. That's the only thing that it could have been.
So offsides on the defense.
And then they get this 5-yard penalty right here. So 1st and 5 right here.
You know, if you wanted to take a shot, now would be a great time.
Oh, I think they started at the 16. And that's what it was. All right, so first and 5 right here. The ball's at the 21.
Motion from right to left. Oh, bad snap. McCrory picks it up.
Doesn't panic at all, Coach.
Nope. You don't panic when you're that big. He just takes. Nicely done. He's going to be brought down by number 95 for the drip. Darrell Hampton Jr. Darrell Hampton out of Stevens County in Toccoa, Georgia.
And he's going to gain about 11 yards and get a first down right there. Or, 6 yards and get a first down right there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 right here. Ball is at the 37-yard line.
It's amazing how big all these kids are. You know, number 95 right there, Hampton just made that play, 6'5".
Yeah. I mean, this quarterback is, 6'4", 221, Coach. You don't get to see that too many of those in high school football.
Trips to the field. McCrory drops. And he's under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Again, nice play. Appreciate number 98 coming out and showing me his number right there.
There it is.
Number 98 for the drip, Asa Johnson out of Catawba Ridge in Fort Mill, South Carolina.
Loss of 2 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 12. They were trying to go deep, and the receiver's just now getting back. He was
half a mile down the road.
70 yards down the field.
Standing in the end zone, waving at everybody.
Well, he knows that they have the wind right now, and I'm certain that there's a cannon on this quarterback.
Coach Fisher talked about how strong his arm was.
Yeah, he did. Doubles look right here.
Give off the right side.
Wow.
Ball carried by Loring, met by a host of drip.
Gain of 6 right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
But when he talked about him having a big arm, and I looked at his size, my thought was, okay, pocket passer. And not that he's blazing fast, but
he moves well.
He's a big individual, and he moves. He's athletic.
Agile.
Hostile and mobile. There's the snap. McCrory lets it slip through. Was able to keep it, and he's weaving and bobbing through traffic right there. And that big body just keeps going. Right. Offensive line, great job right there, about 58 and 59, getting downfield and pushing that pile.
Gain of 12 and another 1st down.
The ball carrier, that's number 3.
1st and 10 right here. Ball is at the 45-yard line of the drip. This is about the time in the drive that the Swag have begun to stall.
That snap coming off to the left right there. Nice little throw and catch right there. One of the first we've seen.
There it is. Nice throw for 7 right there. Nice little option route. And then the Swag got something going right here.
Ball caught by number 10 for the Swag, Reginald Williams.
This is a big drive right here, Coach. This is a big drive.
Yeah, I mean, you put up points right here, and, you know, you start to feel better about things. You start to feel like it's a football game.
We're changing quarterbacks mid-drive.
Uh-oh.
That's interesting.
Shirey comes in. I'm sure the coaches know something we don't. Give to Loring, and he's met quickly.
Gain of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 right here.
Looked like the Hog should have got a little lower on that when I saw a lot of high hats trying to run that ball. Big Asa Johnson was in.
And it looks like there's been several times today where I thought something was about to pop out the backside on one of these things, and then all of a sudden it comes to an abrupt halt.
Yeah, it looks like there's movement and there's space, and then it just closes.
Yep. 3rd and 1 right here. Obvious 2-down territory.
Shirey. Instant penetration.
I say that.
It never had a chance.
No, it did not.
Number 5 shot through there for the drip like he was shot out of a cannon. I think maybe that's number 6, Derek Prince.
Loss of 3 right there. Looks like we're going to get a timeout by Team Swag right here.
Well, while we got a timeout, let's thank our sponsors real quick. Upward Star Sports Complex, the Evening Sports Page, Global Sports Instruction, LYF, leading the youth forward, Next Gen Sports Highlights, Wise Up, Second and 7 Foundation, Sports Medicine Institute, Coast to Coast, who was kind enough to transport players this week, and Muscle Performance Sports. Thank you for your support of TikTok and these young men.
So I'm trying to figure out. They're moving the chain. So was that the end of the third quarter? So we're in the fourth quarter, Coach. Rapid lead.
That's right. Throw them up right now. Hold your 4s up.
It is 4th down and 4 on the first play of the fourth quarter. Now, Coach D, would you like to make the proclamation that you made one time about an all-star game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is over.
That means now that we will go to overtime.
Yeah, there was a game. I can't remember where we were. We were maybe at Grady, and it looked out of reach by a long shot, and then we're there for an extra hour because I think we went into 2 overtimes maybe. It was ridiculous, and both teams threw the ball 100 times, so the clock kept stopping.
There it is. So here we go. 4th down and 4 right here.
Shirey in the gun. There's a snap. Fakes the Loring. Decides to keep the ball. Comes off the left side.
Nice run.
Has a little room.
Gained 6 and got the first down, Coach.
Nice run by Shirey.
Getting little sounds of the game in there.
You got to like that.
Yep.
Makes you feel close to the action.
I like it. So 1st and 10 right here. Ball is going to be at the 30, looks like it's about touching the 33-yard line right here, Coach.
I would say that's the 33 and a quarter.
Okay. 33 and 5/8.
33 and 11/16. All right. Shirey in a gun. There's a snap. Give off the right side. I don't know why he ran right there.
Gain of 2 right here.
But Loring runs into the teeth of the monster. I felt like if he'd gone over a gap, there was something there.
Yep.
But then again, people aren't chasing me, so.
Getting upfield in a hurry.
That and I've got kind of a downward view.
So 2nd down and 8 right here.
But, you know, it is fun to watch these guys just as the game goes on, get more and more comfortable with those guys in front of them. Because that's got to be scary as a running back.
Yeah.
Learning to trust all those guys in front of you again.
Absolutely.
It's a group of people you don't really know. Shire takes a snap, drops, looks out left. Same play that the team drip ran in the exact same place.
Yep. With not the exact same result.
No. Not every result's going to be the same.
No. He'll bring up 3rd down and 8 right here. Amazing thing is this, Coach, they're running a no-huddle scheme right here with multiple coaches signaling in from the sideline. And they got that. They practiced Saturday and Sunday. I mean, so.
Well, I'm hoping with multiple coaches signaling that it's actually, you know, one of the things I've done in all-star games with the offensive line is, you know, I signal protections rather than, oh, no. Bad snap, and it looks like that Team Drip has got it, and they do. That ball recovered by number, is that 98? Indeed it is. That's number 98. Asa Johnson, and he's been pretty active today.
Yes, Asa Johnson has had a nice game. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Team Drip.
But that's one of those, you got to have a snap.
Yeah.
You know, it all starts there with a snap. And, you know, when I'm talking to my centers, I talk to them, you know, first I say we're all centers. And then I say, it's every single play starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to ask anybody else to be perfect. I'm going to ask you to be perfect.
Yep.
You know, a little orbit motion right there. There's snap. Guard pulls. Nice run.
Yeah, and still going.
Nice run there by number 11.
Gain of
Darius
7.
Bowser.
Well, they got something planned right here, Coach. They're up on the ball and at it.
Darius from Clover. And Rock Hill. There's rolling out to the right side. Doesn't find much real estate there.
He may have gained 1 right there. Now, I'm not so sure, but I just think I saw the offensive tackle line up in the slot over there, Coach.
I thought so too, and I was like, am I hallucinating?
No, I think that was they were trying to make him think it was screen because they pumped the screen and had a guy running a straight go. That's some Colquitt County Rush Pro stuff from 2012. So you got 3rd down and about 2.5 right here. Ball's at the 46.
Doubles look for Tripp. There's a snap. Give right up the gut. Fights through. Man,
okay,
that's
then.
some hard running right there now.
Gain of 6 and a 1st down. And he just ran through the arms.
Yeah, that was number 8, Tristan Mayweather, toting the defense along with the ball.
For a 1st down.
I mean,
and the clock continues to move.
Tristan from Alcovey. Tristan is 5'11", 200 pounds, though,
Well,
so he's.
There it is. A little bit different. Got a little sniffer look right here, Coach.
There's a snap.
Quarterback
pulls it. There he goes around the edge.
Nice tackle right there.
That was Gerald Kilgore from Putnam County in Eatonton, Georgia. Good job dropping the sticks there.
That is no gain, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
If you ever hold a stick when the action starts your way, just get out of the way. Where I come from, we say that's all good. It's all love. Mike Tyson.
They may have destroyed the chains, Coach.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be funny. I thought the guy had dropped it. But one of those times where I had a less than proud moment, somebody didn't drop a stick, and we were at an away game. Somebody didn't drop a stick, and I gave that guy an earful because my kid ran into that stick, and I was like,
drop the stick.
You're responsible for his safety.
Just drop the stick.
You have to be.
What's in the bag?
Yeah, get out of the way.
What's in the bag? Drop the stick, please.
That's all right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here in the 4th quarter here in the Next Level Junior Classic. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman. Been able to bring you Spartanburg, South Carolina. Sorry once again for the technical issues. We've been able to work them out as time goes on between not having a press box and running from the ground in the wind. It's exciting football here in Spartanburg, tic-tac style.
2nd down and 10 right here.
Kilgore drops. Looks to his left. Now he's rolling left under pressure. Lots of pressure. I heard a whistle. Okay.
I don't think he caught that. He did catch it.
Okay. That ball caught by number 19.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Makai Williams out of Crestwood in Sumter, South Carolina.
Gain of 7 is going to bring up 3rd down and 3. And that was a nice job of coming back and presenting yourself to the quarterback, working that scramble drill right there. Nicely done.
For those you don't know, Sumter historic place.
Oh, man.
It's like Kilgore changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Got a doubles look. Kind of got team swag on their heels here. Give quick penetration right there. He didn't make the tackle, but he certainly made the first hit. I believe that's number 18 for Team Swag. MJ Stroud from Alcovey that was in there first.
And he held him to no gain right there, Coach. So it's 4th down, and we're going to tee this thing up again and go for it. I'd like to see him kick a field goal.
It's a long field goal.
52 yards or 51 yards.
Yeah, that's a lot of leg, buddy.
Man, that's an all-star game. That's what that kicker gets paid to do, right? They bought him a Coke and a candy bar.
Kilgore drops.
He's open on the corner.
Oh, wide open. Okay. It's caught.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I thought he'd held it too long there for a second. That ball caught by number 11 for Team Drip, Darius Bowser. Darius from Clover High School in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
27-yard gain right there and another first down. So you got 1st and goal and our first trip into the red zone all day, Coach.
That's out. You're right.
First trip in the red zone all day. So it's 1st and goal right here.
Kilgore drops, gets pressure, flips it out to the flats.
Nice tackle.
Nicely done. That ball caught by number 8, Tristan Mayweather, but form tackled by Owen Plain out of Brooklyn Case, South Carolina. Owen, a good-looking young linebacker at 6'1", 200 pounds. What was the call right there?
I didn't get to see it.
They call a hold?
I was trying to work on my stats to make sure I wasn't butchering them up too bad.
I was fixing my hair. Right there. You can see Mr. Flag.
I don't know if they must have called. It must have been on the defense because.
Yeah, I was trying to see if it was a defensive hold.
Must have been. Either that or a face mask that was half the distance. Somebody moved
Kilgore.
That was a nice tackle again.
And again, that is Owen Plain, who we saw up on the graphic just a minute ago.
And we'll be up on the graphic again right there.
There he is.
So it should be 2nd and goal.
Just to clarify, that's Owen Plain. Great job, Owen. Making your folks proud.
2nd and goal. Ball looks like it's at the 2-yard line right here.
Tristan Mayweather toting the mail on that last one. If it's me, I give it to Tristan Mayweather again.
I bet they're going to run zone read right here. Because if he fakes that thing and runs to the right, he walks in.
Yeah, there's nothing over there.
Or he's going to throw the fade. And it's incomplete.
Well, the receiver gave up position early. You know.
I do appreciate them trying to throw the ball and involve the receivers because it has been a really, run-heavy game for the most part.
Good job by the defense right there going ahead and taking away position early.
And it's 3rd
and saying if you're going to catch this one, you're going to have to Randy Moss me.
3rd and goal at the 2 right here.
You're going to have to jump over my head and reach over me to take the ball away.
Running the zone read and pulling the ball and letting the quarterback walk in.
Because there's nothing there.
We all say this, they'll do it, and there'll be 6 guys standing there. That safety creeping up.
And there he goes. Oh, no.
Make sure
man down.
The referee is not okay.
Yeah.
But did he make the call? Alcoa presents.
You make the call.
And there has been no call yet.
Kilgore around the edge.
Him a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, you took me out. I'll give you a touchdown. I'm surprised he wasn't like ball going the other way. Turnover on downs. Right there. You see Kilgore. Great job. Good job by the coaches listening to us there. They saw the same things we saw. Although I think I might would have led with the back on the end right there.
Just
run a quarterback lead right there.
Yep.
Because then, you don't have to run and destroy the referee out there on the edge.
And it's good, Coach.
Because I will say officiating is a tough job. Not only is it a tough job because you take a lot of heat from the coaches, but also it can be dangerous at times.
Yeah, it is. And I have never yelled at a referee. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're God's chosen people.
Yes, they are. And that's why that we're on the shortage of them, because they don't get treated right.
Well, now it's 27-0. Team Drip kind of washing over Team Swag right now. Kilgore, number 6. You're welcome.
You are the man.
I've been told that. All right. Lining up to kick. Morrow's getting a workout today.
Well, he's definitely got some good film, because he's doing all the punting too, right, Coach?
Indeed he is.
Man, he can blast it. Now he's having to deal with this wind tunnel.
Well, at least the wind's behind him, I'm pretty sure.
It is. Hey,
So this ought to go over the building.
That's a really nice complex.
It really is. I mean, that's a great place.
It's a really nice complex. Got
You know, and my hat's off to them and the Upward Star Sports Complex.
yes.
In a time where nobody will open their doors to you.
Yep.
You know,
They have been more than accommodating.
I agree. And there's the kick, and it hits somebody in the parking lot.
Or it's called at the,
Whichever.
you know, we're not.
You can't return it. I mean, so.
All right, so, hey, the game's probably out of reach right now, but I'm rooting for Team Swag to put one in the end zone, man. If you've ever been on the sideline of a high school all-star game and it gets late in the fourth quarter and you got a 0 on the board, as the guy calling plays, you're going, man, this is not a good look.
Well, bad snaps have gotten them several times.
I mean, literally, Coach, they've turned it over 4 times, and 2 of them ended up being touchdowns, and the other 2 were
Bad snaps.
bad snaps, but they were inside Drip territory.
But it seems like every time they get something going, something bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes motion. Showery fakes the jet, throws down the seam, and that was almost picked off right there. That could have been bad. So, something to think about.
Mm-hmm. So, 2nd down and 10 right here, ball at the 30.
Looks like it's going to be a doubles look.
Keep waiting for him to run back out of the backfield on the angle route.
Bad snap. Showery picks it up.
And shows some wheels.
Yep, he gets the corner and cuts it back.
Wheels.
Nicely done. Gets a great block right there out of number 29.
And has an 18-yard gain and a first down.
That was a huge block right there for Team Swag, number 29. Waldrick Burnside. You know, son, there's more to being a receiver than just catching the ball. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Showery drops, looks, throws it left, deep ball, and
Nice
ends up being a
defense.
jump ball.
I mean, the defense played by Team Drip today has been pretty impressive.
Oh, no doubt.
And it started early. 2nd and 10 here. Ball is at the 48.
Really got to put something together, though, and you've done a good job. You know, keep it on the ground. I mean, you're not going to win this game, but you can get some positive things out of it. Showery drops.
Crosser. Well, that was a chance to be a huge play.
They blew that dead quick. 14's having a tough day. That's his 2nd drop of the day. That's tough.
I don't know if that was really a drop, Coach.
It was out a little bit. Both balls have been a little bit outside of his reach. But, you know, as a quarterback, I'm sure you hope receivers make great plays.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I think I yelled catch the ball 4 or 5 times yesterday during the Falcons game.
Well, I appreciate you bringing that up. Now, hey, one thing that y'all have noticed, and nobody's commented on it, is the yellow helmets. Has anybody
I was wondering why everybody had the same helmet.
Yeah, they Alcovey High School out of Covington donated these helmets for them to be able to use in this All-Star game. Appreciate that from Coach Dukes out of Alcovey. Great throw and catch right here, enough for a first down.
Yes. Gain of 11 and a first down.
Who was that caught that ball?
Ball caught by number 11, Xavier Van, out of Helix High School in San Diego, California.
All right, well, you come all this way to play, you should at least get a ball thrown to you.
California?
Well, New York City.
New York City.
I was wondering about that. I kept looking at all these helmets going, I don't want to sound like.
Yeah, I was
trying to help y'all out.
I thought the rosters were wrong because I was like, those kids are from the same school.
Yeah, I hear you.
There we
Again,
go.
I think they found something right here, a little throw and catch.
10 yards and a first down.
Again, caught by Mr. California.
And they did not have football this year.
No,
they're
not
looking
at all.
for possibly in the spring, but that's undetermined at this point.
That's why there's a quarterback at Grayson from California.
Right. And most importantly, I mean, you look at all these kids that are be able to have it. We've got look like a possible timeout.
Is it official's timeout?
It felt like it was because he did not point.
No, not
he
either
was
way.
either that or stretching his rotator cuffs.
Well,
One of the others on that part.
he's got to throw 3 innings later.
I hear you. Now, when this game is over with, stay with us. We will be announcing the players of the game. We're not just going to cut off. We're going to actually spend a little bit more time talking about the players and kind of go through a little bit of their huddle highlights, people that had kind of kicked out in our brains, and have a little bit of fun talking about this. Not going to just try to wrap up real quick because we feel like this great job gelling together on both sides, Strip and Swag. It's just one of those things that takes a little bit of time to get things moving. And glad you all could be a part of it. Appreciate Adam and Craig and Maya and the whole crew in Spartanburg. We have Robert, Phillip, the twins, Devin and Doran, and Joey dealing with me yelling at them in a very intense manner throughout the game because we were just trying to deal with technical issues and figuring out why things are choppy and trying to get it to get a little bit cleaner.
Sure takes a snap.
That was a nice. I mean, that was a
3 times in a row they went to that receiver on that side.
That was a timing thrown right there.
You think the DB was like, "Come on, just please, don't." I mean, come on, you know.
Are you mad at me?
Did I not share breakfast with you? What's going on?
The pass intended for Van.
That guy's like, somebody's mad at me, or somebody's giving me a chance to get a pick 6.
Well, I appreciate your positivity. That would be good on that part. And
Hey, what was the kid's name from the van? Is he up there?
I think so. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not going there. Just going to stay focused and get through this fourth quarter.
He cracks me up. There's a snap. Showery throws it out.
Oh, he caught that.
He picked that up off the ground. That was really nice. That didn't amount to much, but that was a really nice reception because he had to pick it up off the ground by Jacoby Anderson.
Jacoby picked up about.
I mean, because he pulled that one off his shoelaces.
He picked up about 5 yards. I think he thought he had the first down because he got up and thought he was going to signal first down.
And then we're like, no, hold up.
Yep.
It's not a first down yet.
That's all right. I can appreciate somebody being excited about making a play.
I do prefer that officials announce first down, though. Showery.
He's looking.
Buying some time.
That win was not nice to him.
No.
At all.
That ball, if that ball had to get batted down, if it hadn't been batted down, that ball was going to be intercepted.
Yeah, and they all saw it at the DB just like, oh, we could have.
Number 18 for the drip batted that ball down.
He's been all over the place.
That's Zy Todd out of Lawrence, from Lawrence, South Carolina. If he doesn't bat that ball's intercepted.
Right.
So the DB standing behind him is like, come on, man.
So 4th down and 5 right here.
But you'd love to see Team Swag get into the end zone on this drive.
Here comes a crossing route. I'm calling it right now.
Well, it's been there.
Back's coming out in the flat over here. 14 on the crosser. And I'm wrong.
You know what?
Uh-oh.
I know
Got a chance.
I know it broke down. Yeah, he's
nicely done.
I know it broke down. However, I thought that was a pretty good pocket.
It was.
They gave him somewhere to go.
It was. Gain of 12 and another first down right here. And we are in the red zone. for the first time today for Team Swag. Looks like the ball is about at the 12-yard line.
The ball is at the 12-yard line. I'll tell you what, Shower's had a good game.
He has. He's come in and moved the ball well. You know, had unfortunate with the bad snap. And, you know, unfortunately, he threw the bubble screen having full faith and confidence they were going to block a linebacker, and that didn't happen.
He's not as imposing a figure as McCrory, but
And two different.
it brings a different skill set.
Two completely different types of players.
He's definitely a dual threat kind of guy.
I agree.
But you know that's what Coach Fisher had said.
He did. He's gonna move it around and do things outside of the pocket, and you can see that's his game.
And he's extended plays. He's done a really good job.
And it's been, you know, turnovers have killed Team Swag.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, at the end of the first half, they had more yards. They'd run more plays, you know, by a lot. And it, you know, reading the stats was kind of funny in a 20-0 game.
High snap right there. Showery brings it down and is wrapped up quickly
Hope everybody's okay.
by that big drip D-line. Looked like 97 getting up from the bottom of the pile right there. Maurice Bono Jr.
Team Swag calls their second timeout.
Wow, we've got a timeout. Let's thank our sponsors.
All right, Coach, let's do it.
Upward Star Sports Complex, Evening Sports Page, Global Sports Instruction, LYF leading the youth forward, Next Gen Sports Highlights, Wise Up, the 2nd and 7 Foundation, the Sports Medicine Institute, Coast to Coast, who was kind enough to transport players this week, and Muscle Performance Sports.
Yes, I need some muscle performance at my house. I'm starting to lose all the muscle I never had.
Yeah,
So-
I could use a trip to the gym myself.
Second down right here, and about 8. Like to see something outside right here. Here we go. Shrink the receivers in, give himself a whole lot of field to work over here. Speed out, corner route. Nope.
Showery looking, gets pressure from the outside, steps up,
Oh,
tucks it.
scores.
He's going to walk in.
Nicely done.
And Team Swag is on the board. Nicely done.
I mean, that was just a nice job of navigating the pocket.
I mean, you can definitely tell. I mean, if you play that kid, you need to have a spy,
Yes, you better.
or he's going to make you pay for it. It's some rush lane integrity, as they say.
Rush integrity.
Got those guys working on the umbrella.
So let's see if the Coke and the candy bar paid off. Will he miss this kick?
I bet you he nails it.
I want to see him kick it into the road. You know what I'm saying?
Bet you Guy Grimoire scores touchdown first play. Morrow's out for the kick. There's snap, hold, kick, and it's good. Somebody didn't get the memo right there in the middle. It might have been.
No, they
might
did
not. Been
not.
live.
Whoever's playing right guard right now is like, hey, man, what are you doing?
It's not live. All right, hey, so I want to have a chance because some people do tune off right when the game's over with on this part. I want to give a chance for both of y'all to talk about these 4 impact players of today's game. I'm going to throw their picture up. We're going to get a chance to talk a little bit about them during this kick here, okay? Coach, you go with Swag first. Coach Collins, can you talk a little bit about 19 and 2?
Jordan Chestnut around the ball all day today. Very active. Had a great day, in my opinion, defensively. And then Showery, Coach Chapman could really probably talk about him more from a quarterback perspective. But I think the guy that made a difference for Team Swag, I mean, he pulled together that last drive just then.
Yeah, 11 plays, 70 yards. He had the 10-yard scramble. Has an interesting skill set. Looks like he can throw the football, you know, and has an idea of getting the ball out on time. But he has the ability to extend plays. I was impressed by both quarterbacks on the Swag roster. I will say that.
What about Drip here? I mean, they're going to go ahead and take the victory in the first ever next level Junior Classic of 2020.
Well,
what about number 8 and number 98? Let's talk a little bit about them.
All right, so number 8 is the running back, Tristan Mayweather from Alcovey High School in Covington, Georgia, and he is a bull. All right, it's hard to tackle that dude, Coach. I mean, he was running through, around, carrying the defense. You know, he is a true spread back because he gives you the ability to run and control everything inside, you know, and open up the lane for, you know, being able to throw those RPOs because you got to make those linebackers play honest. Now, 98, the defensive lineman, Asa Johnson from Catawba Ridge in Fort Mill, South Carolina. He was an absolute bull today. I mean, very hard to block, made countless plays behind the line of scrimmage. And, you know, he was one of the reasons why we'd say run plays looked like they were opening up, and then all of a sudden the door is just shut. Those two guys right there for Team Drip, very worthy of player of the game, and were difference makers, you know, on both sides of the ball for their team.
Okay, so one thing as we're watching kind of the tail end of this game right now, talk to me a little bit about one of the nice thing is all of these practices were filmed, uploaded to Huddle, sent over from a college ID perspective to be identified, and both in this game itself is going to actually be filmed in 3 different levels, an end zone view, a tight, and a wide. We've been only able to show you, double pass.
Oh, my Lord.
That's what they were setting up a few minutes ago.
Yeah,
absolutely was.
They're trying to see if it was there, 27-6, but let's go for the double pass.
Hey, we saw this last year.
27-6, yeah, for the double. Sir, come over here. We're not allowed to do that again, okay?
Yeah.
You know, we're going to put 30+ on you. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Man, somebody would have been having a conversation about that one.
I'd walked right across the star, headed over. We're going to have this conversation.
I'm talking about on my sideline. I'd have been walking down like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, if you were on the team that was throwing the double pass. Okay, yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Last year we saw that All-Star game where somebody threw a bomb with a running clock.
Yes.
Over there when we were at Grady.
Yeah, I think we were.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, we all kind of looked at ourselves on a running clock.
Yeah,
but I mean, everybody's getting there in their action. You want to see what the arm's like. I mean, once again, this wind has been a very interesting environment.
That's Adams at quarterback, a little toss out to the right side.
Adams had a nice game today, Coach.
You know, that's what I was going to say a few minutes ago is that there was a ton of guys who would have been worthy of this player of the game.
And so nobody needs to take that, with them in the sense that the film itself will state what they're based and what they're worthy. And that's the nicest thing about it. It look like they're shaking it up right now.
Yes, they are.
You know, I was glad we were able to get that player in the game to be able to do that. So if you would say, hey, is there a stud out there on this roster for both of y'all to kind of have this in mind? We are at our final here, but we're going to kind of stay put. And I know my group's going to go ahead and cut the sound off, but I want us to have a little chance to talk about this whole overall experience. Adam, would you say that there's a particular stud that, hey, give it a chance, let's look at them? I'd love to be able to pull up their huddle and kind of talk a little bit about it.
There's a number of guys who I
give
thought
me one
were very good.
Give me off of somebody off of the winning team, Team Drip.
Team Drip. I mean, I'd love to see the Keandre Wisby kid. He's only been playing football for 2 years, but I would like to see what his feet and hands look like, what his ankle bend looks like. Because at 6'7", 330, you're probably going to get a chance.
Right.
Even if you're young.
Take a look here. This is his junior season highlights here. Get an idea of looking at him and seeing what he's worth here on Huddle.
Keandre out of Rutland.
6'7", 335. If y'all hadn't had a chance to really look at the offensive lineman, he plays that right tackle position right there.
Hello.
I mean.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the whole offensive line for the Drip, they were averaging about 270 pounds.
I mean,
6'7", 270 pounds from the Drip's side.
He's got a little nasty to him, too. I like that.
Right.
He's going to take this dude and drop him off in the coach's lap.
What about you?
Oh, my word.
Coach Chapman.
I love this kid.
In the NFL. Oh, that was at Luella, too.
I'll tell you what, I'm calling somebody tomorrow.
Right. Coach Chapman, do you have anybody in particular you'd like to be able to see? And we'll just talk with the winning team right now.
All right.
Off of the Drip. and then we'll go over to the swag here in a minute.
I love that he stays engaged until the whistle blows.
Yeah, I would like to see Coach.
And he's just burying people.
Yes. Hence why it's a highlight, and that's the best thing about it. I mean, you're exactly right, Coach.
My big question mark is going to be his pass blocking.
Well, and because Rutland doesn't pass, so.
Well, my thing was I enjoyed watching Robert Adams play.
Okay.
And from Lower Richland, in Hopkins, South Carolina. So I was kind of interested to see what his film looked like.
All right, well, give me 1 second. We'll see if we can pull him up and get a chance to look at his footage here in just a minute.
I mean, he just latches on to people.
Yep.
So did that receiver. I mean, their whole team blocks. Good grief.
But, like, when he's coming down, you can forget about it. But he's one of those guys, I look at him and I go, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that guy on a weight program and give him a jump rope. And he's going to be.
His feet wide.
He has the potential to be. That's NFL size.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord.
Like you could play tackle in the NFL at 6'7".
We could spend all day doing this. Let's take a chance to look at Robert Adams. Here we go. Quarterback.
I mean, do you think that kid's willing to move north?
I'd hear you.
We got a spot for him.
Coach, keep an idea on swag right now. Coach Collins, find me a player that you want to kind of spotlight and have a chance to talk
swag.
to.
I got you.
Nice job, a rocker step right there. Okay.
Sometimes it takes a little bit from a technology perspective, a little end zone view. We do appreciate everybody tuning in with us.
Okay, then.
Wow.
Okay, then.
Yep. That is definitely a wow on that part.
Put that thing right down that little 2-yard inside the hash. Yeah, he's got a nice throwing motion. Gets the ball out, quick release.
And the nice thing is anybody has access to be able to watch this, and this is his huddle tape from this past year from a highlight perspective.
Nice job being able to get out of the pocket.
Who is this?
This is the Robert Adams, quarterback for the Team Drip. Talk to me a little bit, Coach. You got a person in mind for swag?
I do. I always want to look at fat guys just because that's what I coach.
Yep.
And please understand I say fat guys affectionately. Number 52, Peyton Pitts.
Okay, another offensive lineman. Let's see if Peyton has. And, it's nice when they actually have their huddles up, and we got it, so that's even better. Watch this last play from Adams. What did you like about him, Coach Chapman?
I mean, the fact that he was able to extend the play when he threw the wheel route down the sideline for the touchdown right at the end of the first half, but he's got really nice quick mechanics. Look at the balance. That and the fact that when he gets outside right here, his eyes are down the field, and he obviously is running away from people. Okay, that's ridiculous.
The whole defense was over there.
I know. Listen to both of y'all.
Mario Fannin running all over the place.
Well, let's take a look at Peyton Pitts. 22, going to be a rising senior, O-line. He's on fire. He's lit. I like it.
En fuego.
En fuego. He's heating up.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Good job getting out there in a hurry. Finding somebody to hit. I hate when guys pull and then don't hit anybody.
Keep going there, Coach Collins. Talk to me a little bit about it. We hadn't had much of a pass blocking to be able to see it, but that's some good run blocking. Hands down.
Indeed.
I mean, there's dudes just getting mauled. I need to steal this film and show it to our guys.
But he's a big cat, too. Peyton is 6'6", 280.
Yeah.
Good job right there, going ahead and just smashing things down. What they're going to do is, as an offensive line coach, I'd be going, okay, I'm going to put a jump rope in his hand too, and we're going to work on that first step because the other stuff is there. We're going to work on that first step and some balance. I'd like to see better handwork.
Right.
But that's all stuff that can be developed, and that's why he's going to TikTok now because they're going to help him with that. They're going to have him – they're going to take him from being a mediocre offensive lineman who is huge Because the thing is even as a mediocre offensive lineman, when you're that big, you're going to get a chance.
Right.
But they're going to take him, and you're going to go from being Division II, low-level D1 to maybe getting a shot at a really big school.
Agreed. Last person to take a look at here, number 98 for the Swag.
That's KJ Charles from Lugoff Elgin in Lugoff, South Carolina. I hope I said that correctly. 6'2", 235 pounds.
Good. 9 sacks.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see. This guy reminds me of some dude named Norwood.
From a motor right there.
Okay. Trail.
And Swallow. Right now he's playing 50.
I mean, right over the nose. He eats the double team right there. I mean, and you're playing in a 3-man front like that.
Right.
And that's really, unless they're going to give you a two-way go.
Yeah, your job is to soak up blocks.
And so, at 235 pounds, he's probably not going to be playing nose in college.
No. But he's quick enough right now to be able to say, hey, let me get in there and see what happens.
There's a good chance that, at some point in time.
Oh, strip of the ball right there.
At some point in time in his career, he's going to get to stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The way he sheds blocks right here, he's going to get to stand up and get to play from the outside in.
He's got a good first step.
And he's got long arms.
In my opinion, what TikTok's probably going to focus on is probably pad level and handwork.
Yep.
Working those escapes because, you're soaking up a double team, but you don't, everybody gets blocked. You don't have to stay blocked.
Nope.
Great players don't stay blocked.
Well, we do appreciate everybody tuning in with us today. Going to get our sack right here.
That was a good job just making a split.
Ooh,
okay.
Goodness gracious.
That is
it scares me when they start spinning people.
That's the world's worst feeling as a quarterback because your head's fixing to bounce insanely hard off concrete ground.
We do hope this experience has been wonderful for all athletes that are involved.
Right there was 3 guys blocking him, and he still came out and made the play.
That's because he's got a motor. It's like, like Bo said, he's not going to sit there and
he's going to keep
and just accept it.
Keep eating on that part. Well, this whole experience, started a little bit back here on Friday in Spartanburg. They went out and had practice, made sure that they went in shells so they could understood what the idea of going full speed is, but not taking anybody to the ground offensively and defensively across the board. And hats off to the next level, the coaching staffs, everybody that's been involved from the sponsorship of it. But it's been nice to see both teams and what they were able to achieve. They get to take all this back with them, watch the games, be able to upload it, be able to make their highlights from this. There's not a lot of teams out, not a lot of organizations willing to do an all-star game right now.
Nope.
It's just not the case because of just the world that we're in right now. So we know we had some yesterday in Georgia and then this one today on a Monday afternoon. And we do appreciate everybody tuning in across the board and being able to see these two teams compete. But most importantly, recruitment is the key. It's not a game. It's a recruitment experience for these young gentlemen heading into their senior year. Last thoughts, Coach Collins? Last thoughts.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to do the next one. I think they said there's going to be another one in January.
Yep, in Alpharetta.
And, that's not too far from us. I look forward to doing that.
Between Team Drip and Team Swag, Coach Chapman, last thoughts?
TICTAL always puts on exceptional events, all right? And this was just more of the same from them and the service that they're providing for these student athletes, especially in this year, where, as we've already noted multiple times, some teams didn't get to play, some teams didn't play many games. You can't quantify what it's going to do for somebody, in a very, strange recruiting year. This is going to help somebody and change their life, and that's what those guys have set out to do, and they should be commended for it.
Well, once again, we do appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll get more information out to you. If you have any questions, please go to the website within TICTAL, also the Next Level Classic, Junior Classic, if you have more information that you'd like to be a part of, and have your forces kind of join in and say, hey, I want this experience like these gentlemen had over this past 4 days, and look forward to hearing from you. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman and the whole TICTAL family. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there, and good night.